Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Madden 17 Atlanta Falcons rebuild. As you can see on the screen, this is the team we currently have. Pretty decent team, but obviously today we're going to make some nice upgrades to it because as I did say last episode, I want to get in players who will take us to the next level. So we're going to get in some silvers and potentially some elites, so definitely stick around to see that in this episode. And we do have some very good games towards the end of the episode, so stick around for that as well. Also, if you're liking the series, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. But for now, you know, this is the team. It's looking pretty, it's obviously not looking great, but we're getting more Atlanta Falcons players in, which is the goal. We do have quite a few more players to put in, and with the Superbowl sets just coming out, there's obviously a hell of a lot more players to add to the team and to add to the lineup screen, which I will be doing in future episodes. These episodes are pre-recorded a few days before the Super Bowl content came out, so we won't be putting them in just yet, but you know, we'll be putting them in shortly, which gives us a bit more longevity to the series, which is great because I mean we can get a lot better team, to be honest, with the new Super Bowl cards in there. But we're going to get Matt Sims in. I mean, Sean Renfrey did a hell of a good job for us, but Matt Sims, you know, he's a little bit of an upgrade, better throw short, which will come in handy. I mean, I'd never throw deep, especially when I have a bronze quarterback in there, but overall, he's a reasonable upgrade on Renfrey, and we're also going to bolster the linebacker position a little bit. We've got Devondre Campbell in there, who I think does have a gold card. If not, he's reasonably quick and quite tall at 6'4", I think that was, so he should be a pretty nice player for us in there. And we're also going to get another linebacker in the team. I'm also going to get Toy Lolo in. I mean, he's actually, I think, the tallest skill position player in the game at 6'8", which is even taller than Jimmy Graham. So he could be a little bit glitchy for us, but you know, I'm hoping he'll just make some nice catches because I haven't been able to throw to the tight end too much this series so far, considering he's not the best player. But we're also going to get Dion Jones, who's a good coverage linebacker. As you can see there, if I'm using him or if I'm using Campbell, which I'm actually getting a little bit better at using the linebackers, but if I'm using either of those guys, you know, we should be able to get some nice picks throughout the games. And also, we're building up to a lot more Atlanta Falcons players in the team. So this is the team as we're looking now. Offense, we haven't got any huge upgrades in there. Elite wise, I will be doing that next episode. I will be getting some elites in, but just for now I wanted to keep the team. I don't want to jump forward hugely from one episode to the other, considering we're only 3 episodes in, but we do have a nice little linebacker core going on for us there, and these are the players who we have crossed out and have or are using in the team. We do have a lot of golds to use. There will be more players actually put onto there and more elites to put on the list. Because, as I said, the Super Bowl solos have come out, and there actually is a 97 Julio Jones card, which at the moment is going for about 1 million coins. So, I'm not sure exactly how quickly we'll get them into the team. We do have the coins for it, but obviously, you know, the price drop is huge on cards like that. I mean, 2 days ago, might have even been 1 day ago, he was 2 million. So if I'd have bought him then for this series, I would have lost 1 million coins for absolutely nothing. So I'm not sure when I'll get him in. I do want to try the 94 Julio Jones, I think it is. Yeah, here's the 94 Julio Jones, looking at the screen there. I want to try him in the team just because he looks like a very, very good wide receiver card. And I haven't used any top tier wide receivers this year. I mean, I've used Randy Moss and I've used Jerry Rice, but I think that 94 Julio Jones will rival them. And the 97 one definitely will, especially with the chemistries in there. He'll be a huge upgrade for the team. But guys, you know, we'll get 2 games in this episode, 2 very exciting games, so they're coming up in a second. But as per usual, you know, if you are enjoying the series, let me know down in the comments who you want me to put in the team, because I do listen to your guys' feedback, and the guys who did comment last episode getting certain players in, they'll be coming in the near future. These episodes are just pre-recorded a little bit because I wanted to, you know, get a good chunk of the gameplay in to see if it was possible to do a series like this. Because I mean, when you're using bronze and silver players, most of the time you're going to get absolutely destroyed in the games, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't something that was going to happen. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'll jump into both the games for today's episode. Hopefully you do enjoy, and you know, I'll see you there. So guys, the first game. That is our team. We actually have Dion Jones as one of our top 3 players now. Quite happy to get him in, but obviously we're going to be coming up against people who have insane teams. And we're starting off on defence here. I'm making a few little adjustments early on, and this guy did run the ball quite effectively on us. But that's always something that's going to be pretty hard to stop, you know, with the bronze lineman. And I totally jumped that play action there. He fooled me perfectly. He gets a very nice gain, and when I come up against someone like this, who you can tell early on, they know what they're doing in the games, and they have a very good team. I know it's going to be a difficult game, and he is dotting me up at the moment, so I know I need a big play to get back in the game. Hopefully one of our new linebackers can do it. I'm going to use a really nice catch there over the middle. Nice little user lurk. I think that was Campbell coming up with a catch there, but I know I got the ball back, but scoring on him is going to be very difficult because the way he's playing deep coverage pretty much every play, and I'm going to have to find wide open receivers because running the ball is very difficult with this team. But we do get a nice little check down there. Well, we could have got a nice little check down if Toy Lolo could actually catch the ball. Unfortunately, we have a hell of a worse team, and we have people who can't catch. But saying that, that might be one of the best catches I've ever seen in Madden Ultimate Team there. That was an unbelievable catch, and I think that was from a bronze receiver. I'm not exactly sure who it was. I'd love to give him props, but I can't because I can't exactly tell who it was. A few people open here. I'm just going to take the nice safe option over the middle, get Toy Lolo involved a little bit in the team, just purely because I love saying his name. We met my opponent jump off sides there, and we are going to slowly drain the clock out a little bit and work our way down the field. So we're up to his 35. Going to go with a play action there. Launch it deep, hoping to get something come up. Unfortunately, we don't. I was thinking Devin Hester might be able to beat him deep. He couldn't, but we do force him down to his 6-yard line. So we're going to press. We're going to look like we're going to send in a very heavy blitz. He's going to panic, throw it over to someone right over the middle. We're going to get a really nice pick there. Could have been a pick 6. Unfortunately, it wasn't, but he does end up quitting. So that's a 1-0 result for us so far in the episode. Next opponent here, when I see Randall Cunningham, I panic because I know I have to have a QB spy pretty much every play, and to be honest, I can't afford to do that with the linebacker core we have in. Because I can use her over the middle, but just having a QB spy in place the whole time really, really locks down the defence and makes me not able to play as well as I could. So I thought I'd risk it this game, not have a QB spy, and just hope he doesn't roll out a lot, which he didn't do. So I did get pretty lucky in that regard coming forward from the game. Going to go with a few play action plays, mix it up a little bit. Wide open to the left hand side is Ford there, gets absolutely destroyed. Huge tackle from my opponent. But we're going to run the ball where we can. I think that is Johnson there, just going through with a nice little run. Play action's actually working a lot better with without Renfrey and with Sims in there, because he has a lot higher play action rating than he does. But 3 down linemen. I'm going to try and run the ball. We do get some nice blocks there. We pick up, I think, yeah, we get 9 yards on that play. I'm going to call hurry up just because he has 3 linemen. I'm guessing he's going to gamble on me running it yet again. He goes for it. Well, he does, but we still managed to pick up the yardage to get the first down, which is all I wanted on that play. And all I want to do is just get a touchdown. And since he was using the lineman every play of the game, I'm just going to dump it off to the flats. And Toy Lolo manages to push through an extra 3, 4, maybe even 5 yards there to get a really nice touchdown for us, putting us up 7-0 in the game. And now we have to deal with my opponent's first offensive drive coming into the game. So we know he's got very good offensive players pretty much everywhere on the pitch. I'm just going to try and lurk over the middle, make sure he can't get any big plays. He does throw one up deep here, but we play the receiver and he can't come down with it. So that's no completions for Randall Cunningham up to this point. I was pretty sure he was going to run it to the right hand side. He did go with the play action. I bit on it, and as you can see, so many people wide open there. That's entirely my fault. Once again, keep biting on the play action, and I've really got to work on that because it always fools me when I'm usually in the middle linebacker. I always think I've got to get over and stop the run, and I can't. Once again, if I was just a little bit quicker, we would have been able to get there, maybe get the pick, but he still doesn't get a completion, so he falls into 3rd and 8. Once again, user in that route. Unfortunately, still too slow, just because the receivers I'm up against have 90s in the speed, and my linebackers are they're quicker than they have previously been. but they're only just in the 80s. So when I upgrade to sort of, I think Dion Jones has an 89 rated speed card. Hopefully that will really help us in the user in the linebacker game. But my opponent does go for 2 points on every single touchdown he gets, so it's 8-7. He is ahead, so we do need to score, and I couldn't stop him on offense, if I'm being honest. His offense, it wasn't good. It was just the players he had were just better than my players. There was nothing I could do against him. He got a few lucky plays on offense, and you know, sometimes I just think you're not supposed to win certain games of Madden like that. Fumble, all he's doing is usering the lineman. Very frustrating to lose to a lineman userer, just because you think, I mean, they're not bad players per se. It's just you think you should be able to find holes in their defence a lot easier than I could, and he threw an absolute dot there. I'm not sure why my guy jumped. I was holding down Y or triangle on that play to go for the pick, and it just was not. I mean, he jumped, and then I think if he didn't jump, I would have got the pick there because I was in perfect position to get the pick, and I'm coming up against someone who's going cover 4 every play, so I can't get the big plays, but we do keep it to 16-10, and he is going to chew clock the entire game up to this point. I think it is. He goes for a toss play. This is, I mean, I can't gamble on the run is the problem I'm having with this team. I mean, if you know any way to help me get around that, do let me know down in the comments. But if I gamble on the run, I can't stop the pass, and if I gamble on the pass, I can't stop the run. It's one way or the other with this, and I'm just pretty lucky that 90% of people in the game do just tend to pass the ball 90% of the time. But I'm going to use her over the middle here. Unfortunately, he does get a check down, but we do break it up. So we can win the game up to this point. I know I can break his offense wide open pretty much any play. All I have to do is just do the mesh play. So you're going to see me doing that a fair amount, chewing clock, just trying to get ahead in the game. Calling hurry up where I can as well, just because I want to score, if I'm being honest. I just want to score to get the lead, and then I think I might be able to stop him on offense. But for some reason I think, you know, I'll lob it deep, 2-on-1 coverage. I do. And he picks it off in the end zone. Really frustrated at that, because I think I could have won this game if I played it smarter. All he has to do now is just run down the clock. Once again, bite on the play action. I think, you know, he's not going to pass it to the running back. He's not even looking at that. He's looking at a read upfield. He's not. And once again, this is why you should put a QB spy. When he has Cunningham, he's quicker than pretty much everyone on my D-line. For one, so I need a spy in there to stop that. And for two, he wouldn't have got that if I put a QB spy in. He would have been taken down, and we would have, you know, still stood a chance in this game. But it is 22-10 coming up to the end of the game. I think you guys know what is coming. It's pretty much game over at this point. I know I might be able to get him for a touchdown. I'm just going to dump it off, pick smart passes where I can, just practice, to be honest, for future games, because I'm going to be coming up against people like this a hell of a lot of the time who are just going to put 3 linemen and go deep coverage, so I have to really work my way for a touchdown. But it's fourth. The end of the fourth quarter is coming up. We do end up losing the game, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys have made it to this point in the episode. If you have, do let me down below in the comments who you want me to put in the team. Let me know, put the person you want in the team, and then hashtag Survivor, and I will put them in very soon into the series. But for now, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys soon.